So sunny. My goodness. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, which is Dive in Deeper. I am a Christian girl who loves God, and on my channel I talk about my religion, Christianity, and how my religion isn't this long set of rules, but it's this amazing experience that you can journey with a relationship. And yeah, it's so much better than worshipping anything like other than God. I don't know if there's anything else there. But in today's video we're going to be talking about how to make the choice, making the choice to make the right decision. There's two ways we can go about this. One of the ways is sometimes because you've been in a situation that's bad so long that you've been grieving in, which is okay to grieve, it's totally okay, but then it gets to a point where you're like, God's like, come on, like we've got to the stage where you can like start like moving on. And then there's another way where it's just hard, like you just don't know how to, you want to make the right decision and choose happiness, but you just don't know how to. Like you get yourself into a negative spiral, and then you're just in the negative spiral. So that's the two ways we're going to go about it. Move on. Yeah. So the first one we'll talk about is when you're in a situation and you're scared of like moving on because that's the only like emotion you felt for like, ages. So I'll talk about my situation. So as many of you know, like I don't have a dad, and like I know I've said that on my YouTube channel before, and I struggled with that for about 2 years. But in the first year I was actually grieving, and that's okay to grieve for that long. But then in the second year I know that I wasn't as upset as I was in the first year, and I could have started the forgiveness process, and I could have started to move on and actually choose happiness, because for them 2 years I was just so upset, and like I wasn't myself for them 2 years. But actually in that second year I could have chose to actually say, actually I don't have a dad, but that's his choice, and I could have moved on and made that decision. But sometimes I got scared in that second year, and I was like, I've only known this emotion for 1 year. I don't know what it's going to be like when I choose to move on and choose to be happy, because I haven't known that for so long. I don't know what it's going to be like, and I'm scared. And that happened with me, and I know that happens with many other people without realising, because obviously you want to be happy and you don't want to admit that you want to be sad. Like I know that I didn't want to admit that I wanted to be sad. Like that's just embarrassing. But yeah, it's really hard to say, actually I'm scared to move on because I've only known this emotion. But it's so good and so freeing, because like imagine if I didn't choose to move on after that 2 years, I'd still be so upset and so not me, and I don't know where I'd be at. Like I'd just be so... The second one was when you get yourself into this negative spiral, and it's so like you want to get out but you can't. So the first one was about you don't want to get out because you're too scared, and the second one is you want to get out but you don't know how to. And I struggle with this too. Like I think most people struggle with this. You want to get out, you want to get this emotion out of your head, but you don't know how to, and then you start focusing on the negatives. And yeah, I don't, like, there's nothing really else to explain. You really want to get out, but you don't know how to. And I struggle with this so much. Like, some people struggle with it in different ways. So it might be love, it might be hatred, it might just be focusing on the negatives all the time. It might just be needing to choose happiness and things like that. I know I struggle with it so much. And I don't know really what to say about this. I think the only thing is you need to start praying that God will help you remember that you're... So let's take an example. Say you focus on the negatives all the time. So you focus on the negative all the time. You need to start praying that God will help you, like in the moment, realise that you are focusing on the negatives, and then in that moment, stop, take a step back, and just, do you know what I mean? That's all I can say about it. But yeah, it's hard, but just gotta pray, read the Bible, and talk to God. God is good. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. That's all I want to say about making the choice to make the right decision. It is hard, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I still struggle with it, but it's making the like first steps. Like, if I didn't make them first steps in my dad's situation, I wouldn't be here. Like, I would not be doing a YouTube video at all. I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel, guys, if I didn't make them steps. Like, the first couple of steps impact your life so much. I'm not lying about that. Like, I've experienced it. And there's this one boy in my school, and even if he's going through like hell, he'll be so happy, and like, I don't know how he does it. Like, he'll be like, "Hi Lucy, how are you? Hi Lucy, how are you? Hi Lucy, how are you?" And like, he'll ask me about 10 times a day, and I'm just like, I am okay. Like, he's so happy. And like, that is hard. Like, sometimes people struggle with that, but it's actually getting up in the morning and thinking, I'm alive. And this actually links to my last video, so I'll leave that down below and on the screen at the end, about thanking God for the like tiniest little blessings. Like, get up, actually I'm alive, actually there's sun out, actually I've got a free education, I've got a job, I've got money coming in, I've got food in the cupboards. Like, it's them small things that you can actually say, I'm going to choose joy, instead of being like focusing on the negatives or being upset about this situation that doesn't actually matter. Like, and sometimes they do matter, which is okay, because some situations do matter, but it's making the decision to actually say, do I want my life to be revolved around this? And that's where you have to source your finding your happiness from. This is the end of the video. Please make sure you go follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it on the screen or down below, whatever. You'll see it somewhere. And then, as some of you may know, I'm doing like this summer kind of thing on my YouTube channel, and I need 3 more non-Christians to ask me a question about Christianity that has been bugging you, that you don't know, that you want to know, anything in the whole entire world. Like anything, just ask me. I've got a 3 and I just need 3 more, because obviously there's 6 weeks in the holidays, and I'm going to be having an input in the video, and some wise Christians that I know are also going to have an input in the video, so be tuned for that. I'll remind you on my Instagram, so go follow my Instagram to stay tuned for that. Yeah, so go share with friends and family, subscribe, because #SaveThisNation.